As I watch the sun descending and the birds fly home to rest, in the hush when day is ending, that's the hour when I feel blessed. Smoking my pipe, smoking my pipe, like a whisper through the cornfield comes a gentle evening breeze. At the doorway of my cottage I recall old memories. Smoking my pipe, smoking my pipe. Those far-off places beyond the blue, familiar faces that once I knew. I recall those days behind me and the happiness they meant. Every sundown you will find me with a heart that is content.
Hello, brothers and sisters of the bar. Professor Jeremiah now in a smoke-filled office. I just needed to come and share this blend with you, and I don't know how I missed it. I really had thought that I had already reviewed this blend. And let me just show you first, for those of you who are not familiar with the Rop pipe, this is my Rop. I've had this one for probably about, I don't know, maybe 10 years. And it's much older than that. I got it as an estate pipe. Most of them are made in France, I believe. And this is cherry wood. Nice, nice smoker. I will say this particular wood does not do well during a very humid condition. It really starts to kind of mold if you're not careful. Not a black mold, but like a little white mold. You have to be careful with them. And I had a number of these. I still have them, but I didn't smoke them as much in the U.S. as I did when I was in Africa. And in Africa during the dry season, they were perfect smokers and a regular smoke for me. However, during the rainy season, I would open up my pipe cabinet and almost all the cherry wood pipes would kind of have like a little funk growing on them. And I'd have to really thoroughly clean them, and I'd put them away and then get them back out once the dry season had returned. See if I can keep this going. Get my lighter here. I'd rather use a match on this, but so I had to pull out this Churchwarden. It's not what I always smoke this blend in. This blend's one that just kind of hovers around my desk, and from time to time I pull it out and smoke on it a little bit. And it's a Country Squire blend, none other than Bag End. And I just have to say, it's a nice little pleasant Latakia Turkish flake tobacco. I really enjoyed this one, but I don't think about it that much. And I don't know, that's probably more me than it is the blend. And it is rather tasty coming through the Churchwarden, I'll say. Kind of saved this Churchwarden here. Used to be a little bit more of an aromatic Churchwarden, and over time I've gotten to where I use my Oriental Latakia blends with this one, but I just don't think to pull it out that much anymore. It's one of the treasures that's kept in the sarcophagus, if you wondered what's in there. Someday I'm going to have to give you a little tour through the sarcophagus. I just have a couple little things I want to tweak on it before I do. That's part of why I have it. I have a little secret project going on, and eventually when I finish that project, the sarcophagus is going to be ready for a full-on display. And you're going to see that I have many more blends to smoke before my To Smoke Every Blend challenge is up. I did have somebody not too long ago at Pipe Club. They said, well, have you smoked everything yet? I think it's a little in jest, but no, I haven't. I haven't smoked all the tobaccos that I have in my own cellar. I have a few rare tins that I probably won't be opening just because they're one of a kind. They're a blend that I just am not easily able to get to. Well, let me talk about this blend a little bit more. So this is burley, Latakia, and Oriental Turkish with Virginia in it. I'll say, I was thinking about this evening as I was just kind of going over what was actually in it. I wanted to make sure that my own taste was correct. It did say light burley, and I think that's why I do enjoy it. It's because if it's a little bit heavier burley, I just don't enjoy those heavier burley tobaccos. Kind of wished I did, because I know there's a lot of tobaccos out there, many that are very dear to some of you, that I just don't enjoy because they're too heavy on the burley. But what I think I'm going to do when I get my next order in, and I say my next order because you can see right here, there's not much left of this. What I think I'm going to do though is I'm going to order 2 packs, and one of them I'm going to mix some Cavendish into, because for me I think that's the one little thing that might push this over the edge. And I think I'm just going to experiment a little bit and just add a very slight amount of Cavendish and just kind of build up from there if I need to. Might not need to after I add just a little bit and mix it in. This one's got some age to it. I don't remember how many ounces I started out with. And again, for those of you who are more of Scotsmen and more economical in your tobacco purchases, you realize if you purchase an aromatic, you're paying for a lot of that moisture in the weight. But if you're ordering an English or a Oriental blend, you actually get more volume tobacco because you're not getting as much moisture with that tobacco. So in many ways, it's going to last you a little longer. It's going to stretch out. This is just a nice, very smooth smoke. I've never even come close to getting tongue bite from it. And it is a rather just enjoyable yet flavorful smoke. And I would say some of you might want to, where I'm wanting to add a little bit of Cavendish to it, maybe if you added just a touch of Perique to it. Not enough to set it on fire in your mouth, but just a little bit of Perique might even just touch it. But it really is just a very enjoyable smoke, and I think a perfect mixture of that Oriental Latakia blend. Well, I hope some of you checked out Aaron's shop. I see that a couple of pipes of his have already sold. I don't know whether it's from people who watched a little review that I gave him in my last video, but I do hope that you take the time to check him out. The pipes that he refurbished, which I got from him, were just excellent. And I'm not getting anything, not even a percentage for for sales. I really, every now and then you find that one person that has some good content but does some quality work, and I think that I wouldn't say he's at the beginning of quality work. I think he's at the point of really perfecting it, and it makes me really curious to see where he's going to be maybe 4 more years out. I think he's going to be cranking out some of his own pipes. Probably as soon as he gets a lathe, he's going to start at that work. So I think, to me, I think we're looking at a future pipe maker, not just a pipe restorer. And that's sort of what I'm banking on and ready to invest in myself. Well, brothers and sisters, I do hope that you try this out from the Country Squire bag end. I believe that for those of you who are Latakia, especially Oriental lovers, I think this is going to be a blend that you would like. Well, till next time, God bless.